Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Benny, and today I'm going to be showing you guys one of the best decks for the 20-win challenge and giving you guys some tips on how to beat it as well as how to play this deck. We're going to be running the Goblinstein Mortar deck, and honestly guys, I've had a ton of success with this. I've been able to get to quite a few wins without losing using this deck, so I 100% would recommend trying it out for you guys. Now, I also wanted to kind of go over the 20-win challenge a little bit because I think a lot of people have already started to get discouraged, and one of the best pieces of advice I can give you guys is don't get discouraged right now just based off where the 20-win challenge is. The first few days are always the hardest to play. It's always the hardest to get your wins. So if you haven't gotten to where you want to be in the 20-win challenge yet, don't worry, don't give up on that. You know, a lot of the tryhards or the better players are playing at the very start because they want to get those 20 wins right away and be the first to do it. So don't worry if you haven't got your wins yet. Now, I'm going to start the Goblinstein in the back. The Goblinstein is hands down the most important part of this deck. I think that the Goblinstein is kind of what makes or breaks this deck. If you don't use it enough and if you don't utilize the ability, you're not going to get as many wins. This guy played the Archer Queen outside of range of the Goblinstein. That's a little bit too bad. I'm not going to pop the ability quite yet just because I don't think we have the value there that I'm looking for. I'm going to cannon card here. The witch goes down. That'll be good. He's going to pop the Archer Queen ability there. That's okay. I'm not going to play anything else. We should be okay there. I don't think we really have to counter that. Now, I could go for a Mortar, but I do have to be aware of the fact that this guy has Goblinstein. So that's one of the things that we definitely need to look out for. I'm going to play the Mortar here. And now that we have the Goblinstein, sorry, I meant he's going to play the Goblin Giant, I think. But that's okay. I'm going to play the Bats right here to get some damage on that Prince, and we can deal with that pretty easily. We'll see if he plays a counter. He does. I'm going to play the Goblin Gang here just to counter it. Might as well play a Miner to keep the pressure up on this guy, make him play something else in response. His deck is very expensive, which is pretty good for us because we can really punish him and keep the pressure up on him to stop him from building up some massive push. I'm going to play the cannon cart right here, sorry, and then just let that counter the Skeleton King. And then he's going to play the Archer Queen. I'm going to poison the Archer Queen just to get that value. That's actually so nice that the cannon cart's shield stayed alive because then it will go down as a building and help us defend. Archer Queen just got absolutely slammed. I'm going to go ahead and play the Goblin Gang right here just to kite a little bit, and then let's go ahead and play the Mortar to get a little bit of offense here. I'll play the Bats there on the Prince as well. Now that we have the Evil Bats and the Goblinstein, we should be able to really pressure this guy. I'm going to pop the Goblinstein ability here just to help take out the Lumberjack and anything else he might play. As you can see there, we got some damage on the Dark Prince, and we are going to get the tower down there with the Miner, so that is awesome. Now we just have to play some solid defense, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to do that. I can play the Goblin Gang right here. Really good prediction by him with the arrows, but unfortunately the cannon card is there to back us up and keep us safe. I can just go ahead and play defensive Mortar right here now to keep us safe, and I'll even play the Miner to make sure the Archer Queen doesn't get on the tower. And then I can log to interrupt it. And let's give him a good game. Let's give him a good luck, and let's go on. Alright guys, next matchup. Now, I'm curious, what do you guys want for Christmas? Assuming you celebrate Christmas. If you don't, I hope you have an amazing, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. But if you celebrate Christmas, what are you guys asking for Christmas? You know, I've had my good friend Santa come in and trying to kidnap me a couple times because I guess a lot of you guys are asking for Benny to be under your tree this year. So, you know, maybe if we can hold off on asking for Benny for Christmas, that would be great. But in all seriousness, what are you guys asking for Christmas, or what are you guys up to for Christmas? I'm going to play the Mortar here. It looks like we're up against a version of Logbait, just based on this guy having Princess. He's going to miss the pull of the Mortar there, though, so that's good. And then the cannon card's going to go in and defend the Mortar. So we do have the Mortar lock. We'll probably get the tower to around like 1500 HP, maybe a little bit less. He's going to Goblin Barrel there, so I'm just going to log it. And then he does get the Dark Goblin down, so we don't get as much damage. But we are in a pretty good position here, especially because this guy is using Princess Tower, so I'm not mad about that at all. Let's kind of slow it down a little bit, and I think what I want to do is I want a Goblinstein here, just because I know I have the elixir advantage, so that's really good. And then we can wait a little bit and just kind of see what this guy goes for in response to that. I think I'm going to poison on the Scientist there, and then I don't think I want to pop the ability. No, especially because he played the cannon, I'm not going to pop the ability. Instead, I'm just going to play the cannon card right here to help defend against the Goblinstein. He's going to pop the ability super early. I don't really know what the point of that was, because the Scientist was going to be low no matter what. Because he played the Princess into the opposite lane, though, I think I'm going to play my Evil Bats onto the Princess, and then I'm going to go for a Miner on this side. And then that should be some decent pressure on this guy. The Ice Spirit's going to miss the Evil Bats. I'm going to Goblin Gang onto the right side here. He'll probably play the Log. That's okay, though, because then it's just more elixir that he has to spend. And we got some really good damage on the left side now. So now the left side is a lot lower than the other side. I'm going to log this and deal with that. And then we're in a pretty good position there. He will play the Skeletons. I might as well play the Goblinstein just to stop him from getting any chip damage, because that chip damage can always come in huge against Logbait players. And then I'll just poison right here to deal with the scientist. I'm even going to play the miner on the scientist there just to get him down, and then maybe get some shots onto the tower as well, which would be good. And then we don't have to worry that much about defending his Goblin Stein because he doesn't have the scientist, so he can't pop the ability or anything. Let's Goblin Gang on this side, and then I'm just going to log right there. That all got shredded. That was pretty crazy. I'm going to play my bats there on the princess, and then let's get the mortar down here because we have the cannon cart to support it. He went for the Goblin Stein into the opposite lane. That was definitely a bit of a mistake, but he will catch the mortar, so I guess that actually works out well for him. But we can just play the cannon cart. We got this defending, and then that was a pretty aggressive Dark Goblin, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the Goblin Stein here. Why was I playing Goblin Gang? I meant to do my miner there. I'm going to go ahead and miner on the tower there, and then let's get some bats in here as well, just to make the push a little bit more annoying. And then the scientist will get on the tower as well. We can just poison. Let's give him a good game. Let's give him a good luck, and let's go on into the next. Alright guys, next matchup, you know we had to go for that aggressive mortar first play. I'm going to play the cannon cart here just to deal with the scientist and the Goblin Stein, and then we should be okay. I don't think we really have to worry about playing anything else. If he pops the ability, then I'll go aggressive with my Goblin Stein, because that would be quite a bit of elixir to commit to, and not a lot of benefit for this guy. Okay, the guards was a little bit of an interesting play. I'm just going to play my bats here to get to the Evo Bat cycle. And then we might as well go for the miner here right on the tower, and then just wait a second and see kind of how he deals with that. He's going to play the princess. Okay, so we are going to get some really nice chip damage out of this actually. And then how do I want to do this? Okay, I'm just going to save elixir for a second. I know we're wasting a little bit, but that's okay. Then I'm going to Goblin Gang here now that the Ice Spirit is gone, and then he'll have to deal with the Goblin Gang. And okay, he's going to miss his log. That's a little bit tragic, I'm going to be honest. Okay, so we got the mortar down. I'm just going to wait and see what he plays. I guess I'll play some bats here to get that shield a little bit lower, so then we don't have to worry about countering the cannon cart at all. He's going to go for the Goblin Stein. I'm going to play my cannon cart. If it gets on the tower, it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to kind of wait and let him do his thing. And then if he pops the ability again, which I'm sure he will here, okay, never mind, actually I'm an idiot. He's not going to pop it, but that was the right play for him to not pop it. But now I'm going to Goblin Stein in response to him doing that, and then let's just kind of wait. I'm going to pop the Goblin Stein ability in case he tries to play anything on the cannon cart and stuff, and we will get the connection on the tower as well, so that's huge. Because he used his log, I guess I'm going to Goblin Gang here, and there's no way that I get that tower super low already right off the start there. I'm happy with that. Cannon cart is going in. He's going to pop the Goblin Stein ability, so I'm just going to go ahead and miner on the tower, and then we can leave it at that. If he plays a counter to the miner, then I'm just going to Evo Mortar on the left side because he won't have elixir to defend it. But I think he's going to let the miner go, which is definitely the right choice for him to do. Let's play the mortar on this side now and see what we can get going out of that. He's going to play the cannon cart, so I'm going to play some bats here. Ooh, that was actually a really bad time for me to play the bats. The princess will catch them, but that's okay. Princess is down. Let's play the cannon cart here and then just wait for his counter, whatever it's going to be. There's the goblin barrel, so I'm going to log here, take all of that out, and then we'll be okay. And then I think I can just play the miner on the tower on this side, and then we might as well play a defensive mortar here just to defend. But we're going to take that tower down, and honestly I don't see this guy taking our tower, so I think that's going to be a win. So let's give him a good game, let's give him a good luck, and let's go on into the next matchup. Alright guys, last matchup of the video. This guy has some top finishes, and he also has the Sierra badges, so we know that we're going to have a good matchup here. I'm going to play the Mortar because he played the Goblin Cage there. He's also got Void. I was thinking this is maybe Graveyard, but actually the Void is throwing me off a bit. It could be... It could be E-Giant if I had to guess, but honestly I don't know. The Void's throwing me off. I don't really see Void ever, so I'm not 100% sure what we're rocking with here. I'm going to play the miner there on the tower. This has got to be Graveyard. I feel like, but like Void is such a weird card to go with Graveyard, so I'm not 100% sure, but if I had to guess right now, my guess is going to be Graveyard. I'm going to play some bats here on the Baby Dragon just to get that down. His Goblin Stein will get on the tower, but I'm not really worried about that. The bats are going to shred through the Scientist. I'm going to pop my Goblin Stein ability here, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the Mortar as well in response. He got some decent damage there, but I'm not super worried about that. He is going to get the Goblin Cage down in time, and then he's going to Void. So that was well played. I don't think there's really any point in putting more elixir into this. Because I think this guy's playing Graveyard, I think the best thing I can do, honestly, is start to change up the lane that we're pushing. So I'll just do the Goblin Gang here to deal with the Brawler, and then I'm going to start playing stuff onto the opposite lane here, I think. So, you know, we'll wait for that. The barbarian there is going to go down. I'm going to miner the tower on the right side there and get some chip damage going. And then just wait and see what he's going to do in response. Whoa, okay, hold up. Lava Hound is crazy. I was not expecting that out of everything I was expecting. Lava Hound was definitely not one of the things. Okay, how do I want to do this? I'm going to Goblinstein in the back here. I know he's going to Void on the Goblinstein, so I do have to watch out for that. Let's play the high Mortar here to stop his Goblinstein from doing anything. And then, okay, he popped the ability, so I can just wait to use my bats. And then let's do that now. And then let's go ahead and pop our Goblinstein ability as well there to really shred through everything. He's going to Void on absolutely everything, so that's not going to do a ton there. And then let's get the miner down, and then let's also play the cannon cart because he has the baby dragon, but it's not going to go on to the bats there. I'm going to play the goblin gang here now. Even though he has the Evo Ice Spirit, I think that the goblin gang is going to be some good pressure there. Let's go ahead and let's just wait a second. Let's pop our ability as well. Actually, that was a really bad ability there. I don't know why I did that, but we will get his Goblinstein down, so that's good. I'm going to play some bats here on the baby dragon there just to get that lower, and then I'm going to play the miner on the tower. And then we should get one Mortar lock, but I think he's going to Lava Hound. Yeah, there's the Lava Hound. We do get some damage though, so that's good. I'm going to play the cannon cart here, and then I guess we should play the Goblinstein, get that 3-card cycle going, but we do want to be ready for that Void, so I'm going to be ready to play my Goblin Gang in a second here. Let's go ahead and play the high cannon to defend. I'm going to play the Goblin Gang here, and then let's play the poison defensively, and then let's go ahead and pop the ability here. He is going to get the Void on everything, so that's not good, but I think the Goblinstein ability should stop everything. Oh, we get the Goblinstein on the tower as well. I'm going to Mortar here, even though the balloon death damage will get some splash damage on it, that's okay. Let's go ahead and get the miner on the tower here, and then I'm going to poison here. As soon as the cage goes down, we should get the Mortar lock, so that's going to be on the tower. That was a really good game. Let's give him a good game, and let's give him a good lock. We just have to make sure that we defend all of this here for a second, so, you know, we'll chill. But we just got to play the Mortar here to pull that there. Ooh, he did get the Goblinstein on the tower, but that's okay. I can just go ahead and play the miner on the tower, and then as long as we get the hit, the Mortar is going to get the hit anyway. So we get the game. Good luck. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure if I'll see you guys again before Christmas, so if I don't, I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.